rush it. Just take your time.
As you have heard from my colleague.
My colleague, of course, colleague. Top colleague.
My colleague in business. Because you guys are always seeing us. So we decide to say
our channel.
If we tell you guys what we're doing, this is Sylvia's office. She has never brought me.
Oh, get out.
What's that?
The office is still.
See the way I'm talking. My voice is very low. Guys, hope you guys can hear us.
The baby is okay. The baby is okay. She sleeps.
Okay, so what's the #1 tip we're going to give?
The #1 tip for a business to grow is, for me, I think you have to be friendly. That's the one thing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
is very important.
You have to be really
because
approachable.
If you are not friendly, people will come to your shop. They will not want to go.
Particularly in England, in Africa, yeah, it's a whole different ball game, because you can go to a market and ask how much this is, and just because you're asking and you're not buying there, and then the person can be rude to you.
They will break your head.
It can be rude to you. But in England, my experience is that, we are into the service thing.
They are changing now, because one guy is always doing pranks now. So I'm sure a lot of people are lighting now, because the guy is always pranking people. Like, she'll price their things and she'll walk away. They'll just be looking at her like this. In my place where I came from, Bini, Edo State, Kakati, Gigi, they'll break your head. They'll curse you. But you need to be understand. You need to be patient.
Of course.
You need to be patient and see if the person is really wanting to buy that thing or not before you lay out bills. What did they slap you in the face? Guys, I know. Guys, we come here today.
Hey, for sure today you came.
This office is giving me vibe. Okay.
When it's done, you can come and we will show them when it's done.
We will show you guys our new studio.
Point #2 for business, I think you have to be money conscious. Yes. You have to be really money conscious. And I say this, and for us, and I was saying this to Sheyi, we've been really privileged because we got to live in Sheyi's mom's house and pay a little bit towards
because
rent.
She bought the house already.
Because she bought the house whilst we get to run this business. But not everybody has that privilege to do that. But even that,
don't spend your money in buying things that is not important. You don't need.
No,
anything you see, you want to buy.
You have to invest the money back into the business. For the business to grow, everything that you're making has to go back into the business. And that's what we still do.
Yeah, because the Sylvia business has really grown so big, because they're really improving. No, don't just see if I see Sylvia buy this thing now and I have a business I want to go and buy. I don't know if it's the money that Sylvia has put in the business and she has little change. She'll not say, okay, let me Sylvia cause so that we will not walk naked on the street. But you just see Sylvia is buying this thing you want to go and buy. My sister,
no. I think you have to be really money conscious, because even now, 3 years down the line doing the business, we are still money conscious because you're literally putting everything. So we can think Sheyi and I will sit down and be like, if we went to work, we could make a lot more money than we make at the end of the month here. So at the end of the month, you're paying yourself just enough to just pay for your upkeep. But if you went to work somewhere, you could get more money. But we're not doing that because we are focused on, we want to grow this business. So you have to, you have to
be money conscious.
And you have to compromise for now and hope that in future you can have better. That's what makes sense.
Able to draw your customer close. That's what I'm saying. Because when your customer are close, even if they think of buying somewhere, when they think of you, they will want to come. That's why we say that was first time be friendly. You can be a very calm person, but when you have business, you have to come alive. You need to be lively. You need to have vibe. Like Sylvia used to be very calm. But since I met Sylvia, people say that Sylvia is when Sylvia sees you, Sylvia is like this. No, because I know I like her as my friend. So when I start buying things from her, she notices it even if I know,
has energy.
Even if I know this thing is expensive, but because I do business, I know she will need to add for her to have gain, to her to be able to run the business. It's hard. So she being able to be heartspoken, to draw me close, you need to be friendly, you need to have the vibe Nibo, even if you don't know.
Because I know Nibo knows Sheffield. I know you know nothing else.
somewhere that I can go to buy
yeah, of
things,
course.
but I prefer to promote my friends' business.
I think
to
it's
buy from
because
them.
you have a relationship with the people. So that's why I was going to say. I was saying that you have to be a good listener. You have to have a relationship with your people.
Yes.
Because that is the reason why that person will come back.
There's one thing, you know, me, I've not been doing business for a long time. That's why I'm wanting her to talk about, because this is like an interview. That's why I'm always doing her like this.
Patient. Yeah, you have to be really patient, because you cannot just start today and think that, oh, why am I not? Yeah. Because
and one thing that goes with patience, not that when somebody pick this pepper and the person say, I want pepper. No, I don't want pepper. He say, you must want pepper. You need to be patient.
I tell her that you must want that pepper today. You will take it.
Somebody can come and like touch the pepper and say, oh, I think I have pepper at home. I will take tomatoes. Some people will get angry with like, why will you touch the pepper and don't buy?
Those ones that touch my avocado.
Don't touch my avocado and don't buy. You need to buy it. No, just.
What I was going to say about that is the fact that when you go and learn how to run a business at university or whatever, they tell you it takes 5 years for a business to decide whether it's going to work or not.
Yeah.
So some of us though, we sometimes like you're in a hurry. You know, you don't see the money coming quickly, and you're like, no, it's not working. I'm moving on. Patience is a virtue. Rush it. Just take your time.
As you have heard from my colleague.
My colleague, of course, colleague. Talk colleague.
My colleague in business.
So know is that what is working. You have to be conscious as to what is working in the business. So when we first started, a friend of mine who helped us gave us little bits of everything to try and see what sells. Whatever didn't sell, don't buy in bulk.
Buy what attracts people.
True.
Like I wanted cocoyam.
She wants cocoyam.
But I told her like I want cocoyam. She bought it like, okay, this is what elite you. So I bought almost everything. I ate everything, like bring it for me, let me buy. So if you know this cocoyam is not selling, don't buy. Right. Don't buy too much so that it will not
market research
at the shop. So always do market research, like you know things that are moved by people, like tomatoes and fresh pepper,
those things
mackerel, what you think people really like, ripe plantain, Cerelac for baby, seasoning, curry, thyme, those things that you can easily buy.